Hello and welcome to Topham Chat, the show where I chat to various members of the Rooster Teeth community. My guest this week is Dan, or the hybrid of the
Hey,
Rooster
that's
Teeth site. Hey Dan, how's it going?
it's good. That's me. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. No
Um,
problem, mate.
I don't know why I'm doing all these hand movements. You
I
can't
do
see
them as
me, but
well.
I am
I'm
doing
just
them.
like big arms and yay, we're all here having
Yep.
fun, but we're actually just two different people in two very different locations, just
Yeah.
talking across the internet.
Yeah, it's magic, really. That's what it
Is.
is.
Yeah. Crazy. Right, let's start with the question that I always start with.
Okay.
Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
Oh, fuck. Okay. That's a hard question. Okay, so I would say Achievement Hunter.
Okay.
I
And why
think.
would you say Achievement Hunter over Rooster Teeth?
Um, I guess it's because so I love both, obviously,
Yep. Mm,
but Achievement Hunter come out with um a cubic shitload of content, which I guess engages me more. Like I find it hard to watch it all. Um, they're like releasing so much stuff, and I guess it's also like Achievement Hunter is a bit more, I guess, to blame for my activity in the community. So I sort of feel like I owe it one.
yeah,
It's sort of
yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, that's sort of what really got me into like community stuff, a bit more vividly, I guess. So I would say, yeah, I'd say because of that,
Okay,
really.
cool. Yeah. It's such a great way to you just see them making videos and just like, I want to do that. With the Community Hunters channel, there is the ability to be like, I can do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, how did you get into doing the Community Hunter videos? I guess how did you join the community first, and then we'll try and get on to the videos themselves. The community.
Uh, well, first, I it's a friend of mine. Um, it must have been. It was in like year nine. So how old am I? I'm 22.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you in year nine? You're like what?
14.
14. So quite a while ago, a friend of mine showed me Red versus Blue, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. I'll watch all of those, and I watched them all, and I was like, okay, that was good. And then I just, I left it. Like I just sort of like, oh, that was really good. Like it was sort of, it was left a bit open. I can't remember where I watched up to. It would have been like season 5 or something, or maybe even before that. I don't know. But I watched it all and was like, yeah, that was awesome. And then just forgot about it. But I always had it in my head because I'm a big fan of Halo, and Bungie were always trying to incorporate stuff with uh, Red versus Blue like into their games and stuff. So I was always like aware of it. Um, when I actually started to get into the community was my first year of uni. So like my first year of uni, it was pretty good, but the opening weeks were a bit. I was quite, I guess, worried and like nervous about not being at home and all these new people and stuff. So I turned into a little bit of a recluse. So I'd just like play games and surf the web and stuff. And I ended up finding Red versus Blue again. It was like season 8, I think. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I saw like at the end of the video, it was like, go to redversusblue.com for more. I was like, fucking yeah, that's now I can actually find them all and watch them back. So I did that and realized that like there was like a sign up thing. I was like, okay, cool. If it gives me like notifications or something when there's more, I'll sign up that way. So that's how I actually joined the site. Um, as for like community stuff, like sorry, I'm talking lots.
It's fine, don't worry. My next question
So
was going to be like, when did you start engaging with the community? So
yeah.
you're going along the path. I just didn't want to interrupt, really.
Sorry. Okay, well, so yeah, that was how I started my profile on the site.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that would have been like 4 years ago, I think, ish. And I was really into like Red versus Blue. I liked Immersion when that came out. And I saw they had like Achievement Hunter was a thing. So I watched a bunch of that. I remember they were on like Awu 60 or no, it wouldn't have been 60. It would have been before that even. I remember I just went back and watched all of the Awus, and I don't know why, because all of the information was outdated by the time I was
Yeah,
watching it.
because it's
But
a weekly show.
yeah, but I was still like, yeah, okay, I'll watch them all. Um, and so that got me into that, and so I really liked Achievement Hunter, and there was was a guide that a friend of mine, Ray,
Yep.
you know, and
Bio-Ray.
Nand, they did a video on the Community Hunter channel. It was Gears of War 3. I think it was Gears of War 3 or Gears of War 2, something where you have to kill. You have to execute enemies with all the different types of weapons or something. You have to perform every type of execution, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
It was a guide, and I saw it and was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" I didn't realize that like community people could do it, so I was like, "I'm gonna do it too." So that was like a year into like my community, I guess journey, like being a member of the community, and my first video is fucking atrocious. I think it's actually, well, it's probably still up. I imagine it is still up, but it is absolutely rubbish. I'll give you the game. I probably won't give you the exact guide because it is quite embarrassing. It was
If I
Saints Row
find
3.
it, I'm going to link it.
Please. Okay, maybe I will. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear what I said then.
Oh, no,
No,
not
it was-
at all. I can't listen back to it solo. No, relevant.
It was a video I used to do them with my brother, who has the same voice as me. So commentary probably sounded like a bit weird. It sounded like I had multiple personalities. So that was one thing that was terrible with it. The other thing was that I just didn't explain at all how to get the achievement. I just showed me getting it, but you needed like a specific button combination in order to actually get it. So it was not helpful at all. And I apologise for anyone that was actually looking to get that achievement and instead found my guide. And yeah, I really liked it. I got like quite a bit of negative feedback, but I was still like, nah, it's all right. It'll get better, I suppose. Like,
it only gets better with like doing it and practicing and making more videos. So.
In my first like proper good guides that I want, the first guides that I think I did well were in what was it? Assassin's Creed Revelations, maybe.
Uh-huh.
It was only because I found this one place on the map where you could get like 5 achievements really easily.
Okay.
So I just made a guide for like all of them, and I thought they went down pretty well. But I was looking for ways to improve, and I asked Bio-Ray, like, is there anything I can do that's better? And he responded with saying, "This is a rough quote. Well, you could stop say ing And I was like, wow. So initially I was like, that's harsh, man. That's harsh. Then I watched the video and realized that I said all the time. It was so cringy.
Yeah,
It was
like
really
a lot of my first videos, I said a lot. And
Yeah.
when I was back making the first few, I just like watch the video back and I'd make like 20 cuts in a minute.
Yeah.
Like, because I said so many times, it's just like, why? Just why? But now I can just talk and talk and talk and not have to worry about it, really.
Yeah, it was really, it was an eye opener, I suppose, because I was like, well, that does affect the quality of the video because it must just get on people's nerves. So I made like a really conscious effort not to say it. And I've probably said it a couple times during our conversation now, but I'm definitely better than I was.
Yeah, definitely.
and-
It comes,
well, I
it
just
comes
said it
with
then.
practice, just like being more comfortable in front of a mic and everything. So
Yeah, and that was like my first sort of start in the community. And then I just kept doing it because it's fun. I like it. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting in my room on my bed.
Woo, fun time.
Talking to you.
So, who are your favourite people to co-con with?
Am I allowed to count people that have been hired?
Well, I suppose, yeah, but they were hired for a reason because they're good at what they did. So,
Well, my favourite person to co-con with was Matt, Axiomat, who was hired earlier this year.
Yeah.
He was definitely he's like my best mate from the site. And yeah, he was definitely the best person to do videos with. He just has like a lot of really good ideas, and we had like a good rapport with one another. Another person though, who is really, really funny on the Community Hunter channel, Jim Jam, or I Say What. Yeah, he does them like sporadically, like that. He doesn't do them every week like some people.
yeah,
He'll do them like maybe a couple a year or something. So it was like an honor to be a part of one of his videos, and I It's the only Community Hunter video that I've cried during because I was laughing so hard. This is was the video.
Oh yeah,
It's
Christ,
one of my
man,
favorite
that's
videos.
just so damn funny.
It's
so
it's one of my
ridiculous.
favorites. Yeah, it was absurd, and that's just what you get with him. Like I remember that I think the first video I saw of his was this is Achievement Hunter, and it was weird and wacky. But I was like, how is this this isn't a thing. What is this? And then it just it was really really good, and I've loved like his videos since. Another person I really like is Trevor or Reached as well.
Oh yeah, he's
more videos with him recently.
Yeah, he's got some wicked videos out as well.
Yeah, he's got a good series, custom creations. People do some crazy stuff. In fact, there's an episode coming out soon where I shite my pants. Like I proper shart everywhere. Like proper scares me.
Right, cool.
But yeah, those people. Hightower as well. He's a good friend of mine. I like doing videos with. I've done videos with like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But Matt was probably the person that I would say I enjoyed co-comming with the most because we did like so many, I suppose.
Cool. What was I going to say? Something about Community Hunter videos. And do you run any series on the Community Hunter channel yourself, or do you? And yeah, let's go with that first.
Well, myself, no, I haven't. I had an idea for one, but Hightower got there first with Indie Night. I have like some ideas, and it's just a matter of finding the time to actually do them. Really, because I have a job now, and before that I was doing uni work, and I didn't have all my capture stuff with me. I could do co-coms with people because it's just my microphone and laptop, which I had at uni anyway.
Yeah.
But in terms of actually like making series, it's a lot of dedication, and I really appreciate like the effort that goes into it. Like Luke and Reached and Matt and Jeremy, who all had their own series. Still have their series. It takes a lot of dedication to do. I have got a couple of ideas. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Caleb about one of them. I have an idea where it's called Achievemables.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I'm trying to wonder how you've spelt this because it could be very very inappropriate but amazing.
Well, I'd go for the most appropriate spelling. If you can give me I don't know how you mean Achievemables. Balls. No, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm taking a note of that.
Okay.
Okay, so balls. That's great. That is fantastic. So the idea of the series is that it's just doing Easter egg guides and like achievement guides and stuff, but I'm really, really drunk. And I don't know how Caleb would react to that. It would either be like, yeah, that's a great idea, or he'd be, Dan, shut up. That is stupid. And no, you're not doing that with the Community Hunter channel. Because I did have one video where I was really drunk and I still submitted it and it got accepted and everything.
Oh, right.
That's it was one of my favourite videos to do. It was Billy Goat's Gruff Easter egg in Skyrim.
Okay, yeah.
So you could link that if you want.
Yeah, I'll try and hunt that down.
And it was me and Matt just let me do all the talking because I was just slurring and being like, I was really, really drunk. I don't know why I thought it would be fun, like a good idea to do some audio recording for it. But yeah. So the short answer to your question was no, I don't have one.
Fair enough. But you just come up with ideas and just put up one-off videos now and again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I am. I just do like things to do in guides and stuff. I do a lot of co-comming at the moment, and for the last 6 months, that's been like a lot of what I've been doing because my dissertation and stuff.
Yep.
But I have a couple of videos I've prepped already, like builds and stuff like that. So I'll hopefully be doing more of like my own edited videos soon. It'd be nice.
So you said you've just finished, like you've been working on your dissertation and things. How did your degree go? I know you were working on a master's. What were you doing your master's in, and where have you gone from there now? You said you also just got a job as well, which is awesome.
Yeah. Well, my undergrad is in maths, and my master's is in games development in computer science.
They're not particularly similar.
Well, sort of, I suppose. Okay, so the thing is, I went into my masters not knowing anything about coding. I had no experience coding whatsoever. So I basically did a master's with no previous experience of it. It worked out all right, so the ending was fine, but it was a lot of work to sort of convince people that I actually deserved it, I suppose.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, I did. I really enjoyed my maths degree, but I just didn't think that I just didn't think that doing a master's in maths would really benefit me as much as doing something different would. So I just thought, okay, I like games, I'll do that, and quite ignorantly did that. But it worked out all right. I don't think that I'll be making games or anything because I'm not that good at coding. Like that industry is really like competitive.
Yeah, it is.
And
well, I say that. I say, yeah, it is. Like, I know, like, from what I've seen, it definitely seems like that.
It really is. And the people that were on my course were leagues above me in terms of coding. I mean, maths, I was probably the best there, but that's just because I did a good degree in it. But yeah. I don't think that there are as many jobs for mathematicians in gaming as there are for coders in gaming, obviously. So yeah, I just did that as a sort of, it was sort of like an achievement, I suppose. I just wanted it as a trophy. Like, yeah, I did that. There you go. Next thing. But yeah, as you said, I have a job now. In fact, this week was my first week at work, and I am a web analyst. So that's it basically data comes in from a website, and the company I work for analyze that data and try to improve the websites of other companies. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what they do.
Okay, cool. So something again pretty dissimilar to what you've done before.
Yeah,
but you've got a fundamental
so.
in the area that it's in. So.
Yeah, all it needs really is like a rational and, I guess, analytical mindset, being able to see trends and understand what things could be causing them. So it sort of does involve maths, and a lot of the stuff I did in my masters does cover the stuff that I have to do now.
Yeah,
but it is the thing is, like, you're not going to find many jobs that are just that are exactly the same as what your degree is. Your degree is more to build a knowledge, and it's sort of more like proof that you can learn things quickly, I suppose.
Yes, definitely.
I don't think I'm gonna be like a mathematician for my job.
Cool. Let's step away from that semi-serious talk and move towards what are your favorite games to play and which ones. And do you prefer single-player games or multiplayer games?
Good question. So my favorite games change all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even got Shadow of Mordor, but I know if I had it, I'd be playing the schnizzle out of it.
Yeah, I've seen my friends play it, and I'm just like, I kind of want to play it. I'm not really a fan of like Lord of the Rings or anything like that, but the gameplay looks excellent, and I love good gameplay, so it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I really like the Lord of the Rings films. I have in my corner, I have the Lord of the Rings books. I'm really bad at reading them, so I think I'll have to. So I really like that universe. So that would probably be one of my favorites. I got to play it at Comic-Con, which was awesome, and it was pretty good then. I really enjoyed the gameplay. It's very Batman Arkham Asylum-esque. But I don't know, my all-time greats are, I really like Halo. I really like Crash Bandicoot. That was the first console game I played.
Nice. Which one? The original Crash Bandicoot? Or...
Yeah, Crash 1. I have it in a drawer somewhere here.
Ah, cool. I've got Crash 1, 2, and 3 on PS3 right now.
Because you can download them.
Going back to them because I just enjoy them so damn much.
CTR, that is absolute. It's one of my favorite games.
Such a great party game as well.
Yeah, it's so good, and I'm actually good at it. Whereas like Mario Kart, I'm poo-poo at.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. it's a tough one because it always changes, and I think Halo I always end up going back to.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the Master Chief Collection. That's going to be really good. I guess without really noticing, I'm quite a big fan of Assassin's Creed as well. I play all of them. I'm really looking forward to Unity. That looks really good. So yeah, I guess I don't know. Halo is probably a bit of a cop out, but I do like it.
Fair enough.
It's good.
What kind of well, sorry.
Sorry, no, I just realised I didn't answer the whole multiplayer single player thing.
Yeah, I was going to go there.
Oh,
So go.
well, I feel like multiplayer gives longevity to a game, so that's why I keep going back to Halo, for example. Yeah. But I really enjoy a good story, and I hate I get like antisocial on Xbox Live when I have to, like, when I really want to play a story mode. I'll just have to, like, if I'm in a party, I won't say anything and I'll just mute everyone in the party because I want to hear the dialogue.
Yeah.
I really want to get invested in the story. I take it back. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim and Oblivion are my favourite games.
Okay.
I fucking love them.
Fair enough.
I take it back. Can I take it back?
Yeah. These aren't all in finality.
It's all
no, you've chosen the wrong thing. We will slice your throat. No, it's not like that.
So yeah, okay. So and that's one of the like games that you don't have like multiplayer aspects to it. So whenever I'm playing Skyrim, if someone asks me to be in a party, I'll be like, yeah, sure, and then I'll just be like, by the way, I'm muting you, and I'm not going to be talking at all, unless I'm like role playing, in which case I'll mute myself. So yeah.
Fair enough.
I do like a solid campaign story mode.
Cool. Just as an aside, have you played Destiny?
I did, yeah.
What did you think of it?
Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Gameplay, great. I thought the gameplay was pretty top. It feels very, it was like very Halo-esque.
Yeah,
I suppose. But it was good. I liked it. I obviously am aware of the whole. There's not really much storyline.
I don't know.
Which is a bit of a shame.
I finished it yesterday, and I'm just like,
oh yeah.
I thought the storyline was good, but it's clearly a very slight fragment of what it's going to turn into. So, like, to me, it seems fine, but I like the story from Dark Souls, and I can't really complain because there's not really much story unless you're looking for it there. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but a very enjoyable game to play. I've been playing like most of the day today as well.
Yeah, it was lots of fun when I played it. I did enjoy it. I only got to play it for like 10 minutes, but I did like it.
Yeah, solid first-person shooter.
Yeah, it'll be worth a buy. I'll buy it. I think if you if you download it on 360, you get
free upgrade
a download
to the next
for
one.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that.
It's like free upgrade until like the 15th of January or something.
Oh right, yeah, I'll do that.
Like at a
double
achievements. Date. It's like, oh yeah, double set of achievements. Woo! I'm never gonna get all of the achievements. Like, I'm pretty certain.
I'll do that.
Like, might not hunt all the achievements down. Right, I think we have reached the part of the show where I would like you to ask me a question. It can be about anything. So, what do you want to know?
Anything. Now, we could venture into the unmentionable. No, okay. So, okay. What has got you into doing this? Bit of a meta question, I realise. But what is the inspiration, the drive, and I guess creative force behind this show?
So, I really enjoy listening to certain podcasts. The Rooster Teeth one I love listening to, but that's a static, fixed cast, and it's. I'm not going to say it's the same every week, but they have the same people rotating in and out. But I've started listening to a few podcasts, and they have different guests on every week, and it's basically an interview, and I really, really enjoyed listening to those, and I was just like, maybe I could do this within the community and just try and chat to as many people as possible, try and get some interesting things about various people in the community, just try and help people like kind of promote the things that they do, and just generally have a chat about everything. And I always start with the Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter question because to me it gives a route as a story as to how someone discovered the site, whether it's similar to mine or dissimilar to mine. I can be like, oh, that's really, really interesting because I find those kind of things really fascinating. But
Yeah.
also, like, when I was younger, I would watch the Jonathan Ross show, Parkinson, and like all these other talk shows and interview things, and I'd be thoroughly enthused by them and just like really enjoy the questioning and the exploration of like how people got to where they are,
Yeah.
and that the whole like process of how people get to where they are really fascinates me, and I just like talking to people. I did it as an exercise to really get myself talking a little bit more and asking the right questions. As I used to be really shy and wouldn't really talk that much to many people, but you've met me twice, and I
I was going
wouldn't
to say
say
that
I'm
doesn't really yeah.
not the shiest person you will have ever met. I'm kind of
I was like, yeah,
overt
fuck
and
that.
out
I
and
don't
jumping
I don't
at
believe
people,
that for a
right?
second.
So like I've been on a push to try and get myself to where I want to be, and this is one of the ways that I can like get myself out there, get myself talking, and just like help. It helps my brain get things in just like way of thinking around things, and it's just yeah, just for me, it's just something that I'd like to do, and I found the inspiration in interviews when I was a child, and the podcasts that I'm listening to
Mm.
now. Just yeah, just something that I thoroughly enjoy listening to. I listen to like I don't know 12 to 15 podcasts a week, and it's
Bloody
just
hell.
like yeah, I spent like
That's
all
a
day
lot of podcasts.
yeah, I spent like 5 hours today listening to podcasts, but I can put them on while I'm playing Destiny or
Yeah, while you're
playing
doing other
games,
things.
and
That's a good thing about them.
yeah, that's why I enjoy them as well. They give me something to listen to rather than just listening to music. Despite me being a massive music fan, I'm trying to find the balance between podcasts and music at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, but a few of the podcasts I listen to are heavily music based as well. But that's beside the point. Oh, and also like I'm fascinated with radio as well. Like I love listening to the radio,
Yeah.
and I like there was a show on like a week and a half ago, and the guy running the show, he was like, oh yeah, send in requests for songs. So I sent in a request for a song, and he was like, this guy has excellent taste in music. Then he said my name. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. So I was just like, oh god, this is great. But yeah, it's just like I veered away from the question, but I came back and then I veered away again. But yeah, I just enjoy it, get inspired by other podcasts I listen to, and I just want to really chat to people and have some fun.
Yeah, yeah. That's the sort of like the thing behind like community hunter stuff. Like I only really do it because I enjoy it. Well, it's the sort of main source of me talking to people from the community, and like a lot of my friends and stuff from the Rooster Teeth community, and that's like I wish I could do it more, but it's always nice to have something that you can go to and just have a chin wag for no reason really. You have the video 5 minutes in between, but either end of that is like an hour conversation or something.
Yeah.
It's nice to get to know people, and normally we're all like-minded.
Yeah,
There are some outliers, but most of the time you'll find people that are like-minded.
yeah, definitely. Most people are like along the same lines, and it's definitely a great place to be. I was going to say, especially right now, like the community's always been a great place to be. No time has been particularly better than any of the other times because they've all been excellent times to be members of the community. So yeah, that's beside the point, really, I guess. So
Yeah.
right, Dan, I guess it's time for you to promote yourself away. Where can we find you on Rooster Teeth? Where can we find you anywhere else that you have things should you want to share? And what can we expect from you in the future if you've got anything?
Well, I'm not giving away my address.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Don't want any
I'm-
stalkers after you.
well, I mean, I'm like _hybrid on the Rooster Teeth site. If you want to, add me as a friend, I play Halo and stuff. We should play Halo. Hey there, listener. How you doing? You alright? You look great today, by the way. We should play Halo and stuff. I know. What's my Twitter handle? My Twitter handle's _the_hybrid. So you can follow me there and do stuff. I do other than like community hunter stuff, which you should watch because there's a lot of community hunters. Like there's loads of people that do these videos, and there's like I don't know 10 to 20 videos a weekday coming out. Crazy.
Yeah, so many coming out.
Yeah, I remember like it was like when I was first doing them, there was a comment on a video saying, "Wow, Caleb, how many videos are there this week? And Caleb replied with, I know, right? 20 in a week. That's crazy. It's like there's 20 in a day now. Like, that is it's crazy to see the massive difference between now, which is like, I don't know, there's got to be at least like 80 or like between 60 and 80 videos a week.
Mm-hmm.
And back then when it was like normally between 10 and 15 and like 20 was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So many. So there's loads of people and there's a lot of, I guess, diamonds in the rough because, you know, like a lot of people are starting out. So the quality is like varying all the time. But, you know, the more you do it, the better you get. And there are a lot of pretty good people in the community thing. So I would definitely shout that out. I also have a podcast, but it's quite irregular.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Swear Jar podcast.
Uh-huh.
We swear.
That's it. For 2 hours straight.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's basically an hour of me and some friends of mine just talking shit, really. Just stupid like in jokes and well, it's not all in jokes, but it's just stories and stuff, and just have a talk for a bit. It's not like really themed at all. We do talk about games quite a bit, but I wouldn't say we're like massively a gaming podcast because we don't segregate an area of the podcast to games. We could go an entire podcast without mentioning games, but talk about how. So in one of the stories we spoke about, I hope this is not way too off topic, but a friend of ours, he was walking through Morocco as part of a school trip. He had to go to the top of a hill because he needed a slash. ends up pissing in the wind, literally, and in a vain attempt to try and dodge the piss that is now approaching him, he ends up tripping over and cutting his foot on a rock. So he's lying on the top of this hill with a bleeding foot, and he's still pissing on himself. So that was one of my favourite stories. So stories like that, there's just stupid things. So yeah, Swear Jar podcast. You can listen to that if you want. That's about it, really.
Cool. Well, thank you, Dan, very much for being my guest.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was a grandiose time.
It was rather fun.
Yes, and we'll RVB UK.
RVB well. UK, yeah.
And I know you're an advocate of it as well.
Yes,
so that's fucking. It's yeah, that's good. We can
agree that that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is fantabulous.
I'll maybe talk about that with someone else at some other point in time.
Yeah.
That's
well, I see how it is.
That's my aim anyway. Like it was on my list of things to touch, but I was like, oh, we're running a bit. Sorry. There'll be someone else that can talk about it. That's fine.
yeah. Just get Jason on it or something.
That's what I was thinking.
He's the proper RVBK guy. I'm just the pretty face. He's the brains of this operation.
Fair enough. Right. Well, like I said, thank you very much for being my guest this week.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No probs. And with that, thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.